Hi, I'm starting a series that I've decided to call 30 over 90 Rhythm over Intensity. It's a series where I want to come back to this sense of self I had about 5 years ago when I was making videos, where I was a bit more able to speak to the camera, where I wasn't as scared as I am now. And I do think 5 years on, I've come a bit closer to the truth. I am more truthful, more honest, more present. But then with it, I notice there's this certain tension, that this kind of almost shutting down and clinging that happens in my chest that I kind of suspect might be related not to this lifetime necessarily, from what I've been kind of learning, exploring recently. And I don't want to demonize it. I want to honor that fear. It is trying to protect me, but I also, more than anything, want to honor this pull to speak my truth, this pull to speak the truth that comes through, that is yearning to be said, that is yearning to be brought out. And I want to do so in respect to my nervous system. As I step into saying things more honestly, I want to also build a solid ground underneath my feet, where rather than trying to do 30 videos in 30 days, as I would have in the past, I'm going to allow myself time and space to be with the tension and the fear and the pressure that comes up. I want to honor it because it isn't my enemy. It is, I believe, more than anything, a guide. And so instead of doing things intensely, I want to do 30 videos over 90 days, in the space of 90 days. I might do them in less than 90 days, sure, that's okay. But the point is to consistently show up. The point is to build up a relationship with my nervous system. The point is to cultivate the skill of standing my ground, speaking my truth, even when my whole body is trembling, to teach myself not to shut down when I'm scared. And as I do this over 90 days, I also want to come closer to myself, learn to be more truthful, learn to stop pandering to two separate crowds, when the reality is I want to be connected to only one. I want to learn to stop over-explaining, stop worrying if everyone's going to understand this, and instead learn to speak truthfully and honestly from a place of love, from a place of groundedness and unwavering faith. I want to allow myself to ponder and to say the things that I do know with my heart, and to explore all of that on a consistent basis. I've been wanting to do this, to speak to the camera, to speak in general, for a long time, for a good 8 years now. And I made an effort, I made a solid effort 5 years ago, and then moved back to London, and I no longer had the space to do this in the way that I will be doing it now. I've made attempts, I've done things where I've, had stints of creativity on Instagram or TikTok. I would make loads of videos and I would burn out. And now I want to approach this from a much more gentle and grounded place where I explore these truths, but rather than trying to rush and build something in a short amount of time, I want to see this as a work of lifetimes. I want to see this potentially as something, the fruits of which I may not enjoy, nor am I entitled to. I want the reward for me to be what is going to happen internally in my relationship to myself, the world, and God. I want to practice actively showing up authentically, truthfully, grounded, and from a place of love. So as I go on this journey, I'm curious for what is going to unfold, and where I will be in the next 90 days as I explore these different topics over the coming weeks and months. And as I allow myself to both ponder, but also confidently say the things I believe in. If you're curious to see, stick around, and I will see you in the next video.